Your Hauraki.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jase, Mike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Keyzie and I had an argument today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
How are you feeling about it, Keyzie?
You're
Sad.
good now.
So I'm feeling sad too.
Well, look, you brought it up and you sorted it out. It's all
Well,
good.
it's easier to bring it up on this podcast than it is one-on-one.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No,
About that.
Let me apologise first. I was joking, but it might have come across like I wasn't joking.
I think what happens with us, Keyzie, is when I start talking about anything to do about the mechanics of how something operates around here,
Right.
because I have previously been critical about things, it might sound like I'm being critical again when
Right.
I'm not necessarily, and I know you
Right.
hate that.
Yeah.
And I know
do hate
you
that.
do hate that.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't this gone well?
Yeah, well,
Very mature of us.
Look-
Most radio stations will just take that kernel of an argument, bury it, and then they'll be hating each other's guts.
And then it will grow into
It'll grow into
Yeah.
a hate tree.
For me, listening to it from the outside, it was just a case of miscommunication.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Crossed wires. Can I put it that way, fellas?
Totally. And
Well, I
felt-
think
yeah.
both of us like backing down from an argument as well, so we had that on our side too.
Same.
Yeah.
So, I'm the same. I don't like holding on to an argument forever. It's not good.
But I think that's our first one, I think. And look at us
I don't know
handling
about that.
it. Oh.
You guys have quite a few set twos.
No, you're thinking of
You're thinking
me
of
and
you two.
Oh, me and you. Is it? I don't know that we've ever had a serious
Nah,
argument, though.
Not a serious argument.
No,
No.
usually it's just...
No, it's just, yeah. It is just you getting pissed off, Jase, that Keyzie's asking you to do anything or suggesting anything for the show. That's generally why. I sit back here in the pocket, I just let it go.
Would you
But
describe
Keyzie-
me as pissed off, though? Not
Nah,
really. I
just
don't really
grumpy.
get
No, just
pissed off.
grumpy. Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
But it is funny because, yeah. And then, but what, and what I like about the way Keyzie handles it is he always just addresses it publicly and has always done that pretty much right from the start.
But can I
then
say...
you weren't grumpy right from the start.
But can I say, though, that that's often misinterpreted. I'm not grumpy at all.
No, I know. It's just... But that's... Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I'd be able to... If you were actually grumpy, I don't think I'd point
If
it
I
out.
was actually grumpy, I think I'd be pretty easy to read.
Yeah.
You were
though
grumpy when you came in today.
Though
Was he?
I've got a...
Yeah.
Whoa, that's weird because I wasn't grumpy at all. It's such a beautiful day out there, fellas.
It is lovely.
You know, and it put me in a good mood.
There was
so,
no sigh today. You
No.
didn't sigh at all. I said, hey, Jason. You said, g'day, man. I was like, whoa.
Oh, was it
whoa.
that high? I went, g'day, mate. He goes, hey, man. I was like, good day? Yeah, good day.
See, that's pretty good for Jace.
And
That's
then
Jace
started
after
rifling
he's...
through the the new things that we've got to announce out there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because what you might interpret as grumpiness is often just, I was going to say vagueness, but I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah, sure.
here's the
Distracted.
question.
You're distracted. Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Mogi.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of.
where there's music playing in here and, you know, like I'm on my phone and Minogue's on his phone and I look up and you're saying stuff out loud quietly but not actually saying, you're just mouthing words. What are you doing, by the way?
I do that quite a lot when I'm walking or
Yeah.
when I'm at home.
I've noticed that. Like, we're at the Cordy Lounge on the way back and you were drinking your coffee and looking out the window at the airplanes and just like mouthing lines to a play or something.
Well, that's what you do as well. You do your lines. You
Yeah.
do your lines.
Yeah, and it was funny.
Keyzie does your lines while he's watching you do your lines.
Talking of mouthing, you're a shocker for that.
It
But,
was
I
so
mean,
hard up there not to do it.
It doesn't, distract. Well, it can be distracting, but my mate, Brennan, who's sometimes on the show, he has a great gag about, which he does all the time too, where he's, saying his jokes out loud as he's walking along the street. You
Right.
know what I mean? And he's at the lights or something, and he's like, so I'm stabbing this kid, right? And then he realizes that he's actually saying it out loud, and he goes, oh, shit, and people are looking at him really weirdly.
I was mouthing because I'm doing stand-up on Thursday night, I was mouthing my routine at the gym today, and I caught a dude looking at me thinking I was weird, and then so I just went, but then I was like, wow. But I wasn't even saying anything out loud, so that wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I often talk things through in my head out loud.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
sometimes,
I do the same thing. I'll have
Yeah.
a thought, and then I will speak out the counterpoint to that. And then
Yes,
I go,
yes.
nah, you don't want to do that because
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
yes. Yeah,
But you-
I do that as well.
But you don't make any noises though. You just do it with your mouth. You just go.
Sometimes, like if I'm doing radio, when I'm doing that, it's me trying to think of the best way to say it.
Right.
That is not clunky.
Douche.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
But often, and you'll probably have been the same, Mogi, when you're learning lines and stuff. I'll be going around muttering lines to myself.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it used to drive my daughters batshit crazy.
Well, they can go live somewhere else.
They were like, "What are you doing, Dad? You're talking to yourself again." I'm like, "I'm learning lines.
I'm putting food on the table.
To pay the bills so that you have a roof over your heads."
Nice.
Sure, it's got no insulation in it, but that's beside the point.
That's true. Man, I'm telling
Sickly
you.
kids, Jase? Were they sickly kids?
Well, this is the weird thing, Mogi. They weren't actually.
Right.
They weren't sickly.
They'll be resilient going
Mind
forward.
you, having said that, my little one's at home sick again this week.
She's always sick, to be fair.
Tonsillitis?
Tonsillitis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's just a cough this time.
Yeah.
But
Going out on the
Is it-
weekend.
She went out on the weekend.
We'll leave that one there.
Sure. Those tonsils have got to come out, man.
Yeah, well, tell me
Because
about
she's
it.
better off having 5 days off now than 1,000 days off between now and the end of college.
Well, yes, that's what we keep telling the doctors. And I've told you before, this ridiculous rule they have re-tonsils, you have to have 7+ infections
In 1 year.
1 year in order for them to consider giving you an operation.
Right.
It's
well,
crazy.
she must be on track, surely. She's had about 8.
Exactly. And this is why actually they said, right, we're putting it forward for, the consultation with a specialist.
Yeah.
So that's happening. But that was like 2 or 3 months ago. So we rang up and said, what's happening there? And they're, it's still in the process. And it's like,
God.
God's sake.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Because I've got a wife, not my wife, because I've got a wife, we've got private healthcare now.
Yes.
Same.
And it's the go.
Lucy organised that.
It's the go. Because everything that's been going on this year, I've just been going, nah, I want to see the next person up the list. And you get sent there straight away. You see them immediately. There's no wait list. It's not heinously expensive, but fuck, you don't want to get crook in this country, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I thought of a. Do you guys think it would be funny?
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Already, I think, yes.
I thought of this today, and I thought it could be quite funny going forward. If I do, and I hate to take the topic away from sickness, if I do any stand-up gigs in future,
Yeah.
I bring with me like a guitar on a little stand, like that one, like a flute, a set of bongo drums, and I like set them all up around me.
Yeah, and they think that you're going to get into it.
Because my one of my best mates who I went and watched some stand-up with, she's just like, oh man, I hate it. As soon as they walk out with an instrument, I'm like, nah, fuck this.
100%. I'll tell you what would be funny is if you do spend and you're just completely silent and sort of bumbling, looking like a complete fuckhead, and you're just going out and you put that on the stage and then you go back out and you sort of spend 3 minutes of your 7 minutes
Setting stuff
setting
up.
all that up, and then you just
Ignore it.
and then you just take the
Yeah.
Do you reckon that would be funny?
It would be.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it would be really funny. It's all in the delivery of it.
Yes.
Just,
The way you do it, yeah.
Sorry, and then you go to talk, and I
hang
forgot.
on, yeah.
all that sort of shit.
And
That'd
then
be
you get
great.
like
That'd
a
be very good.
didgeridoo and stuff. And
If you
just,
did it, in fact, if you did it for 7 minutes,
Yeah. In that sort of scenario, it's one of those cases where you need to go full commitment.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's
Yeah.
like an accordion.
one of the greatest challenges, like with Sugar and Spice, that we had was like we had ideas that were so ridiculous and outrageous sometimes that we would sit there going, and the last
Yeah.
thing you ever want to do when you're going out to do a stand-up gig is second guess yourself
not
and,
commit,
or
yeah.
half-ass it,
Yeah, hard
because
out.
then you're truly fucked.
Yeah.
So you've either got to go right. We're going to go even
you
further
don't
than that.
believe in it. Who else is going to?
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah, might
And
be worth doing
we made some shocking
I reckon that'd be
mistakes in
great.
that regard.
That'd be really funny.
really stupid instruments. So people are like, oh, here we go. He's going to play some comedy, fucking,
Yeah.
and then you just do stand up and then put it all away again.
Yeah, because there's those things where you got the thing that goes over that's got the
Oh, the mouth
harmonica
organ,
on
yeah.
it,
the one-man
and
band.
the stomp drum.
Yes.
kit.
Yeah.
I reckon that would be really funny. I
Yeah.
thought of it today and I was like, I wonder if that is actually funny or if people would be punished by that. But
Yeah, I think it'd be fucking funny.
yeah.
And it would get funnier as it went on.
Yes, and you've just, like Mogi was saying, you've just got to sell it.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
to
yeah.
sell it completely. You got to be totally straight with it.
Yeah.
Not nothing comedic about what you're doing, just setting it all up.
So you'd have to picture yourself, shit, I've got 10 people coming in to play in a band and I have to set it all up. That's how I'd be pitching it, and then I just go...
The only thing that you would be doing is being apologetic to the audience. It's like, it's going to be,
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, this takes a while. Shit.
It's worth it, though, I promise.
Yes. Trust me. It's worth it.
Isn't it
If
funny
you do
though?
that, I'll
Because
definitely
And then do 5 minutes of puns and then pack it up again.
I'm the same when it like musical comedy. I go.
Unless you're Flight of the Conchords,
Yes,
I go,
agreed.
Yeah.
Some of them
They're
are
great.
amazing.
There's some of them are
there's
amazing.
some that, and in fact, we've seen them. Do you remember?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, nah, not good.
Not good.
But
Yeah.
then, so, like, honestly, it's my gut instinct, when someone comes out with an instrument, I go, oh, they better be really good, otherwise it's not going to be as enjoyable as I think it is. And I've seen a few that have been really good.
Yes.
But I've seen quite a few that
Such a risky thing.
It is.
And I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is. Because it's got just as much chance. I don't know. It's such a performance at that point. I'm not here to see singing.
But it's actually a really good question. What is it? I think for me, it just always feels kind of naff.
Yeah, and undoubtedly there is within the comedy community, and I don't put myself in there, in the stand-up community, a real thing about props.
Yes.
People who consider themselves to be real stand-ups loathe prop comedy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Got a whole rubber chicken routine that I've been working on.
Is that would be accurate, Jase?
Yeah.
They look down their nose at it because it is like, oh, you need that, do you? You need that to be funny.
Certainly some comedians are like that, yes. Johnny and I used a fair amount of props.
Oh, shit, yeah. But you're insane.
Yeah, we were too off the planet for that to be an issue.
And I think you can... It doesn't matter what other people think, because if you're good enough, then that will shine through.
Yes.
But it's just, it's immediately when you walk out on stage, you've got another hurdle to get over when you go, all right, half the audience hate my guts straight off the bat.
Yes. And when I was, like for Johnny and I, it was more costume.
Yeah.
It was more we were dressed in a certain way.
Yeah.
And ridiculous.
How about this? There's a new thing nowadays, and I've seen a couple of them, and they're actually really entertaining. People coming out and doing like a presentation or a PowerPoint.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
been doing that on
telling stories
in New Zealand, some TV show. Comics.
Oh, there's that.
Literal PowerPoint.
Yeah, so there is that. But I've during the comedy festival, I went and saw a couple of shows where people did that, and I had never seen that before, and I was like, that's actually quite a cool way to do it.
I saw Abby Howe.
Oh, yes, the blonde.
Yeah.
She
won.
She's quite good.
She won with it. She won the Billy T Award, I think.
And so she had a PowerPoint.
She had a PowerPoint.
Right.
She was going through, it was an overhead projection of her...
Didn't she write a novel or something?
It was her novel she wrote when she was 12. It was fucking brilliant. So good.
Yeah.
So that's different.
That's different, right? Yeah. Because I was thinking that's actually quite a clever way of doing it. But yeah, I'll just get all the instruments out.
I think it's funny, man. I think it's great.
And then at some point, have like a piano or something that can fall apart. That could be quite funny.
Oh, yeah.
the end.
I mean, if you pick up your guitar and then go pling and then immediately a string breaks.
Twang.
And then you go and pick something else, everything is, everything is broken. Everything is broken and fucked. And then you just put it all away.
That would be great, especially if you say nothing.
Just act like, oh shit.
Yeah, you get the drumsticks and you go 5, 6, and it snaps there. I think we're onto something there.
Yeah,
good stuff.
It's happening.
Your Hauraki Big Show Keyzie word of the day is
argument.
Yeah.
Sadness. Hey, send all the Keyzie words into the Hauraki Big Show on Instagram. All 5 of them in your cell phone number. We could call you Monday with a prize pack. Also follow us at Mr. Mike Minogue, at Hoodie J, Chris Key and Zed. Call me Pugs.
Thanks,
Hauraki
mate.
Big Show. Oh, what?
Well, you had a big pause
all
there.
good. All good.